Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm gonna explain you guys about my project Bitaqwa. So basically Bitaqwa is application that have like several features that they give to that that they provide to the users that use this app. You can see on here there are several feature like doa, zakat, jadwal sholat, video kajian, and this the inspiration like a poster. And now we're gonna explain you guys the screen and the Zakat feature. So basically, you can see on here on the main dot, here. This is there are several important history screens for the widgets for the navigation routes. You can see on here there's the package like presentation dashboard and blah blah. And this the you can see on the package but Flutter Flutter a lot is like for the UI component, the Flutter import. And you can see on the appointment or running money, it's like the entry point of the point of the Flutter applications. So every time when you wanna make, so every time when the user open the app, they will run the main dot first. The first file that will run is main dot. You can see you can see on here is run app for running the my app widgets. So and you see on and then you can see on the class my app extends styles widgets. This is like for the define the applications like a stylus for the setup the material app with routes. So they will set upping the UI and they will set upping the design of the applications. They will putting the feature and the pictures. And you can see on here this like the base this the like the base of the application. You can see basically there's the title, the base of the color is deep purple. So this like for building the widget application, and they will configuring the material app with the title themes and application roots. And you can see this the roots on here. This slash is the number or name of the address. So slash mean dashboard and the address means the doa screens. And now we're gonna go to the Zakat screens. Zakat screens. You can see on here on the Zakat screens. On here there are several things that there are several like this. I just solve. No, no, I mean on the Zakat screens. Where is Zakat screen? On the Zakat screen on here. You can see on here there are several things that we have. First, the story package for the Zakat screens. This same as like the other other features. And you can see on the define Zakat widgets as the stealth tools. You can see this the class. This like for managing like the what to call it. This is the class Zakat. This for the full for the managing this states. So basically, class is like for define the Zakat widgets as the stateful widgets, and this the super key too. And you can see this the overwriting. So basically, Zakat screens is the the this this we call it as Zakat screen. This Zakat screen. If you click this, it will open. And now we're gonna see on here this on the class Zakat. On the class Zakat, this is like for the for stat class for the Zakat for handling the logic and the UI states. So basically, class Zakat extend the Zakat screens is for handling the logic things and the UI states. So you can see on here on the final money mass is um like like we call it that cashier, cashier, yeah, like cashier. So basically this like the for the final money mass text control via is for like the box for input the money, and this the tax is for make sure the what we call this, make sure the make sure the every number that user input, for the example is like 1 million or 1000 million, they will automatically automatically the number has the what we call the what we call this, that is the like what we call it, like that is the dot. Yeah, for the example, when we input like this, eh, wait, when we input like this, when we input, auto the number will automatically like this. That is the dot, and you can see on here on the final double minimum harta. You can see on here. This is like for this like for variable for the store the total the asset zakat amount and the zakat threshold. So this like the minimum harta that you have that you must need. So basically you must have minimum is 85 grams of gold, the minimum, like the minimum of nisab. And if your wealth is under the 85 grams, your zakat is not get accepted, or like uh, haven't haven't reached the minimum nisab. And you can see on here this the string format is for string format for the string for displaying the results. So this is like for the displaying the results that we're handling, and you can see on the and you can see on here on the double harta too. Double harta is basically like the double harta and double zakat dikeluarkan is like for the result the for what we call it, only for a while. So basically when you open the zakat feature on here, now the number is zero because we put the zakat total and zakat keluarkan is zero for when we first time open this app. And you can see on here on the fight on here on avoid hitung zakat is for the method like the way or like yeah the way to calculate the zakat based on the total asset input. So this they will like counting, they will handling for the calculations, the calculation, yeah, calculation, the calculation for the zakat. And now on here, this is for the string clear input string clear value, yeah. The color rupiah is like like there is the person on the cashier that will taking the number of the on the box that you input. So when you input like a number, a random number, your wealth, it will like it will taking the number that you input, and then they will delete all the dot, so the dot so the number is clear. And for the examples is when you input like $1 million and 1 million rupiah, there's the dot every three number, and they will remove the dot, becoming 1 million but without the dot, and it's ready for like what we call it, for counting, for for calculation, yeah, for calculation. And then you can see if the input is basically like for if the value is under the minimum harta, so they will like a person that will ask like, is it the clear money has reached the minimum 85 million rupiah, the nisab. And if 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 the first case is if the nisab is reached the minimum, they will like, okay, they will counting the minimum, they will counting the number that you input, number that you give to him. And the second case, if they haven't reached the minimum, they will show analog on here. They will show the analog that your this on here analog, if you if your your total weight is haven't reached the minimum. And now we're gonna go to build widget build. This for the build like the base of the home. When we're gonna open and when we're gonna make a home, we need to make the base of the house, like the construct for the UI this and the UI of the Zakat. So scaffold is like the main of the what, like main of the bone of the for all the constructor, for all the house on entire screen. And the upper is like name of the title, like the board for putting the name of the store, like that is the zakat on the top on the upper. And the list view is like table that can scrolling, so this make the user can scrolling the zakat screen if the screen is too long. And the card, you can see on the card, yeah, on here we use like this, okay. And here on the card to is like for the like a background for the card, on the background of the card here is the loading a body list view. And this for the icons, so if you want need we need uh, the icon arrow back button for when we gonna go back to previous previous what's it called, previous should previous page. So you can see on here, here, yeah, blah 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 blah. This the written scaffold, the main scaffold. This for like the base of the house. The upper is for the title name of the house. We use the name as Zakat, and we use the poppins mediums for the phone. And this the arrow back button is the arrow back. The color is constant. The color is white. And you can see on here this the borderless view. This is for the image asset when we gonna this for the background of the header of the screen. So they will show on here. You can see this the header. Call it as header on here. Now we're gonna go to the card result harta. So you can imagine that for the analogy is you can imagine card result is like a placket for this like for the final result for your score. They will show on the board on the whiteboard, the announcement board, and they will then the what they call it, the the person will use this for what, for taking the information, the your number that you input, and this for showing the title, the judo, the title of the zakat. And this on the class you can see on the class card result extends is like the title like items that you get, the items that you get, like a break the paper that you get. They will like the function is like for showing the your informations, and no need to change the data with the internal, and the data if they already get compilate the main, they will compilate on the main screens. And the stylus and this the requirements, the card when you can see on here, you can see on here on the final string title. So basically final string title is like the name of the the paper, like the judo, the title, like the total of your money, the and the zakat that you need to give, that you need to give to us, give to the that you need to give. And this the final string result is like for the result of the number that will show on the that will show on the card. So for example is like 100 million rupiah, and the final color is like for just like the the color of the paper. So the paper is like you can put like for example it's like the purple or blue. They will show on the what on the what do you call it, on the screen. You can see on here on the override. This is like this for override widget is for the method of to construct the UI record widget harta. So this is like the the board, uh, cardboard, yeah, cardboard. We can call it as cardboard, and the container is like the the papan kayu, like the papan kayu for the title for the paper, and the padding is like for giving the space, empty space, and the margin on the on the around the container. And decoration and radius is for the shadows. So basically decoration is for the decor for the container. You can see on here like this. And now on here column is like cupboard uh, with 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 the vertical style with the vertical style. And text is yeah for like that for putting the title of the paper. So every paper have a title, and you can use then we use the Poppins medium for the style. And the text result is like for writing the result of the number that will show on the under part. And the font is you use the bold one, the Poppins bold. So basically, card visual harta is only like a component that will show, and the component showing that that they receive the data that already finished, like the title and the result. And they will stacking the what you call it, the data with the tidy, and they will put on the on the box that we give color. And the Zakat screen is like for focusing on the logic. So basically Zakat screen is for the focusing on the logic for the system of the calculations. And the cartoa is like component for showing the component that will show, and they only like receive the data the data, yeah, that already finished, like the title and the result. And now you can see on here when we gonna go to the Zakat feature, they will open the Zakat feature. This is the Zakat screen. We will handling the UI things in here, and the UI things. So basically Zakat screen is for this is for the screen on the application that we make for focusing on the logic and for calculating the zakat harta, zakat mal. They will like they will like only like receiving the number that we input. I will handling this out. When we gonna this when we input a random number, the zakat screen will handling the zakat, handling the logic. And the card result. So basically the card result is for like we call it that for function report is for when you give. So this zakat is for showing the with two component main component function is card result and zakat screens. So basically this for like for um, showing for handling like handling the variable, and for define with the local and this for updating the hidden zakat, and for make sure the variable stats is update every time. And the card is like this. Card is like the container. Our card is like the behind of the box. Like every time, yeah. Now when you input like random number on here, okay, that will show the if your nisab is haven't reached the minimum, they will show the peringatan, they will show the warning. But what if we already already reached the minimum? They will show the total wealth that we have that we put. Okay, so yeah, that's all for me. Sorry, mistake. My name is Abdul Firdaus, and yeah, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.